think that's good. Alrighty. Hello, hello. Welcome to my first gunpla building video. I never really have done anything like this. I only got in the gunpla last year, and so I never really did anything. Like I wasn't sure if I wanted to do any sort of like recording and turn it into a thing, but I figured I'd give it a try. Turn this into videos as opposed to streams, but I may end up streaming some of these at some point. So if you're interested in that, feel free to go ahead and follow me here, and be sure to check me out on Twitch. Twitch is where I stream, but at the time of this video, I may have started simul streaming on YouTube. So if that's the case, be sure to check us out over on Twitch. And follow us here too. All right, so I've built a couple of these, a couple of models, not too many. I'm still very, very, very new to it, but I wasn't sure which one I wanted to do for my first one, and this is actually one that I've wanted to build for a little while. But I finally picked it up and I wanted to try it. So I figured this is probably a good starter build. I think this is one that a lot of people are going to be familiar with at this point. This is the Gundam Aerial. I apologize for the lighting. As goofy as it sounds, I have two light bulbs. One back here that is a Elgato key light, and then one here that's a little light bulb. But my bulbs were broken, so the only one I have are these color changing light bulbs, and this is the light that I get when I press the button for white. So it looks like this. So it kind of color washes everything this weird way, but so I do apologize for that. But there probably won't be too much talking in these videos. I'll probably stop every once in a while to chime in on something. But for the most part, I will, try and show you the build from beginning to end. You can let me know how my tactics are as far as how I do things, because some of the things that I do are still very newbie related. Sorry, I'm kicking something down here. And yeah, I don't really use much. As for what I use, I really just use some cheap hobby nippers, and then I have a couple of X-Acto knives. This blade is still sharp on this one, and then this one I did like the little surgical curved blade so that I can try to shave the pieces off a little bit, the little nub remnants off a little bit more. Some tweezers, which I don't really need right now, but I always keep on hand just in case, and a chopstick. One of the reasons I use a chopstick is primarily for sanding. Whenever I have to sand something, I have these little strips of sandpaper, and what I do is I will take the sandpaper, wrap it around, and then try and rub off anything that I might need to, or any sort of excess or something. I don't use sandpaper too much because I'm not very, very good at it, but for the parts that are going to be inside that you can't see, that's usually what I do for those. All right, so let's go through what comes in the box, and then we will get started. Oh, here, let me get the plastic off first, and then you guys can see that. Okay, this is like, it's like in a wedding when they used to do like the garter thing on the leg. That's what I feel like I'm taking off when I take off one of those. So this is the box. This is the front of it. This is the side of it. I apologize if my camera is not focused correctly. Let's see here if I can. Yeah, okay. This is probably not going to focus well, so I do apologize for that. If I have it set on autofocus, because I'm moving things around, when I have it set on autofocus, it's like it's all over the place. So I have to set it to a specific focus, but that just means that if I put things too close, you won't be able to see them really clearly. So, but that's it. And just in case you're curious, that's the back. Let me open it up. We get the usual gunpla goodness. Big sprues with, or I'm sorry, runners. I'm not even a Warhammer person. I used to build models when I was a kid, and we called them sprues. But apparently you're supposed to call them runners now. So, or for gunpla, they're called runners. So we got the multicolor, and then these are going to be the little plastic pieces for the chest piece, which I didn't think they'd be in a separate thing, but here we are. All the white pieces with the stickers here, and then Oh, I'll be honest. This is a little bit less than I was expecting because I know that this one's complicated. I think I'm thinking of the G-Quacks one or G-Quacks, whatever they call it. That one I think had more stuff in it, but yeah. So this is actually kind of low for what I was expecting. I like that they have to like set the machines up to make one piece here that they just couldn't put somewhere else. And the manual. So, whoa. Almost drop that off there. So we do this. We do this. We're going to do... So I have one of these tray things to stack up my my runners. So I'm gonna take these all out and keep them in there. And then we'll go over how I do. Since this is my first video for doing this stuff, you can see how I do things, which it turns out is not. I always kind of thought that this is what people did, and then when we were talking about it on stream, that's when I found out that, oh no, people actually do it a bit differently. So I'm curious to know what you think about how I do things and how you guys do things. When I get these open, I'll explain what I'm talking about here. Also, by the way, this is a little side note. These videos aren't meant to be ASMR or anything, but wait, what? Hold on. Which one is this one? They're always labeled. This is like the wacky colored one. A. There we go. A. That's what I was looking for. You know what's kind of interesting? Like, I don't know if that's because there are fewer. It feels like there are fewer pieces. Like when you look at it, does it feel like there aren't as many pieces as there usually are? I can tell you it feels light, and I guess because of this sort of construction, maybe it feels a bit flimsier. It's kind of interesting. I'm curious to see how this translates into actually building the model kit. This stinks. It's got these little plastic nubs all over it. Right? Can you see these? So now I can't stick it in my little tray thing the way I want to. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got it, kind of. All right, so this has 2 in there. This has 2, and then the stickers. So we put the stickers in the tray somewhere else. And so you got B1. Let me move that. Here, let's get this out of the way here so you can see it against the orange. So that's B2. And then B1. Okay, so we'll put that there. And then it's just what? C? And then tiny little weapons packs. Yeah, this is kind of surprising. We'll do this out of order and show you D. And put that there. All right. I don't appreciate that my D is so small, but whatever. We got E. This is E. I don't know if you can tell. So what is this? This would be the beam sabers, and I guess like a blast for something. Maybe for the booster. And the final runner, which is C. See? It's a lot of holes. I don't know why I'm focusing on that, but it's a lot of holes, and I don't know if it's just normally like that or if they kind of put them all the same way this time. Okay. So put these in the box, and then so this is the manual. Got little Siletta Mercury there, Gundam Aerial. Little tips, cut it out, find the parts, blah, blah, blah. Little breakdown. Oh, wait, I'm missing. Hang on. Oh, there you go. I forgot this one. I knew I was missing something. Let's see, a little breakdown of everything that's in here. And then, obviously, the walkthrough. You got that and the cool action poses. Oh, okay. So that's like I guess it's like the energy weapon uh, radiating out. Okay, so what I was gonna ask you about was before we get started, before I jump to the part of the video where I just sort of quick run through all of these. Um, how do you guys build it? So the I was watching a video and what the person did was they took all the parts off the runners. Or the oh no runners. I said that right. Uh, they took all the parts off the runners. They cleaned them all up and then they went through the building process. I take things off the runners as I go because I am forgetful and there's a chance that I'm going to lose things. So I only take things off of the runners as I go. And I was kind of curious as to what you guys do, what you prefer, and do you think I should try it the other way? Do you think I should take them all off, clean them up? Because the cleaning up is one of the reasons I'm not doing this live, is that I clean up all the parts as I go, and I know that that's going to eat up more time. So I kind of figured I would do this as a video, and then we'll see how I feel about it. But how do you guys do it? Do you take all the pieces off and sort them? Or do you take them off the runners as you go? All right. But without further ado, I'm going to get this started and I will chime in whenever I think it is relevant or if I have a question for you. Oh, look at that. D1. We're finished our first runner here. All right, we're making progress. Completed runner goes in the box. One thing I do, I don't know if this is normal or not. I guess it is, but again, if all of this is really common to you, my bad. So when I cut them off of the runner, I use the further down part here, and then when I'm cutting off the little excess pieces, I use the tip of the cutters, of the nippers. Select a part to attach. A 14 or 15. Oh, okay. So you can attach the clear ones or you can attach the ones with the sort of energy going through. I wonder why you would not use these. I kind of think these are super cool. I mean, obviously, to each their own, but I feel like these are super cool. Oh, wait, we're done another sprue. I feel like I'm cheating. They should just put every part on their own tiny little runner. so that way you feel like you're progressing with every piece you cut off. You feel the progression. All right, right arm time. So that's all up here. Arm. And hey, we get to put it all together. I built an armored core orbiter, and they don't make you put everything together until the very end. This feels... There we go. Okay. The hand wasn't really... Okay. And... All right. Check that out. Yay! Okay. Okay, we're almost done. Damn. Feet. Starting with the feet. All right. Kinky. That's the whole build for the feet. So they're going to go over here. Now it's... That was the feet. And then... Right leg. Now this is where I use my chopstick. So my chopstick it's rounded, but then further up it has flat edges. So what I do is I do that, and now I have a curved edge. slightly curved. You can see that it's not perfectly flat. But now it gives me a shaped edge that I can use to get the spots that I really need. I don't know where that went. There it is. Whoa. I'm going to cut the other one out just to be safe. Just so I don't forget that happened. Boop, boop, boo-doo-doo, boop, boop, boo-doo-doo. Sorry. Okay. Let's do the waist. Why does this feel like it doesn't... Huh? Did I do something wrong here? And after a slight detour, we have a functional lower body. And with that, somehow, am I getting this wrong? Oof, that is an absurdly tight fit. There we go. I guess it just wasn't in properly, but all right. That is an aerial seen from above. Now, let's give her some parts. guys feel when you get to the end of a build? Do you feel happy that you're about to complete this thing you were working on? Or do you feel sad because it's about to be over? Okay, and that's how that all fits together. Oh, and then if you want to disassemble the shield, there's a looks like there's a turn order for disassembling the shield. Yeah, because you can assemble it in different ways. And it is attachable to the right arm. And how do you pose yours? What weapons do you keep them with? Because I have mine. I think all of mine have beam sabers out. I just like the way it looks. So how do we feel? How do I feel about aerial? I wanted to build an aerial for a little while, which again, I'm still new to all of this, but I knew what show I liked and I knew which one I liked as far as just looking at the model itself. And this is definitely one that I thought was awesome. What I'd really like to get now is the little SD, the little smaller ones of this. I have one for Sazabi, and I think Sazabi's the only one. Although I have a very tiny Schwarzette, I think it was called. That was a gift. It came out of a gastropon machine, I think they're called, right? The random thing. So it came out of there, and I love that. It took like 10 minutes to put it together, if even that. But it was so adorable. Yeah, so that's Gundam Aerial from... Her legs don't twist. Am I not getting... That's one thing that I find odd. I feel like... Okay, there we go. I just have to put more effort into it. Yeah, but that's Aerial. I'll get some pictures. I'll show some pictures right at the end here, but here we'll leave her like this. Hold on, she's tired from the long build. All right, but we'll finish up with some footage of her in maybe a couple of different poses, but just some better resolution pictures because I don't know how well this camera is holding up. But before I let you go, I want to thank you for watching the video, and I want to thank you for sticking around. Either you jumping around from spot to spot, or if you watch the whole thing, then I very much appreciate that. But you don't have to. You can always just jump to the end and take a look at the build. This is the first time I've ever made a video for Gunpla, and I don't know if I'm going to be doing this a lot, but I have at least a small stack of other builds that I want to do, so I'll probably put those up. I'm going to try and figure out a better camera situation just so we can have something that looks a little bit better. And I don't know how the microphone situation has been, so if that's too loud, too quiet, let me know. It's all good data for you to hit me in the comment section and let me know if you've built one of these. Let me know what you think about the kit itself. What do you think about the differences between this one and there's a full mechanics version? There's the SD version, and I think there's one more. It's the rebuild. I think that's a kind of the same but different. But let me know what you think about it, and let me know what you think about mine. Let me know if you think that I should be doing something different, or if I should try and do it where I take all of the pieces off and sort them and clean them before we start the video. But thank you so much, everybody. And here's some shots of the aerial in the end. And I very much appreciate it. And have a good day.